And Dorian says, a bit too quietly, I am the king, you know. This is a really awkward conversation between them because everyone knows Aelin is in charge, but Aelin can't disregard Dorian as the king of Adarlan. That would be catastrophic for so many reasons, for their personal friendship, for diplomatic relation. Not to mention, as Aedion thinks, Dorian is in a very vulnerable state right now after everything he's been through, and if she cuts him down right now in front of everyone, it could literally break him. Aedion goes on to think, with a few choice sentences, she could fillet his spirit like a fish, further shredding the scraps of the man who remained after the Vogue prince had violated him, and in doing so lose a strong ally she'd need not just in this war, but if they survived it. And those eyes softened a bit. A friend, she'd lose that too. And once again, good job, Aedion. That's a very emotionally intelligent thought and response, and just another reason that I love him.
I agree with that. I also thought it was a nice moment of compassion for Aelin to understand this about Dorian and choose to concede her queen persona for a moment to just remember that they are actually friends. And friends listen to each other. Even though Dorian is playing the king card, I don't necessarily feel like it was a power play so much as a reminder that he is present and he is ready to start reclaiming his voice and agency as well as his role as the king of Adarlan.
I agree. I think that's really good analysis. This also reminds me of the scene between Aedion and Ren, Allsbrook back in Airfire, when Ren is being emotionally vulnerable and discussing how he's nervous about going to Terrasen because he's afraid he's not good enough and the people won't want him as their lord. It's described, Aedion found himself actually pausing, contemplating. The wrong word, the wrong reaction could make Ren shut up forever. It shouldn't matter, but it did. And I think this is very similar to what's happening between Dorian and Aelin right now. If she says the wrong thing, it could shatter a very vulnerable Dorian. And so I like the parallel of this moment with Aedion and Ren. And he's having a similar thought, right? The words really matter in these very seemingly normal conversations, but the nuances of that and how it plays out really matters for long-term implications to the relationship. Yes. And so Aedion has always been very in tune with that element of relationships, and I like that a lot.
Yeah, that was a really good callback. It's a very delicate situation to navigate when the trauma is still so fresh. And on top of everything else Aelin has to do, she also has to balance maintaining her friendships with everyone because I think they all depend on each other for support at the end of the day, you know? And Dorian in particular has been such a significant person for Aelin's journey as well. You know, she did promise to come back for him, which she did, but I think that is now an ongoing thing where she is remembering to not leave him behind again.